As far as the stunts go, I tried to do as many as they would let me do. And I worked for the stunt people. I learned how to drive a stunt car, and I was an honorary member of Stunts Unlimited. Almost all the fights I did, because they could get close. When I did things, they could get close and you could see that it was me, as opposed to distant with the back of the head and all of that stunt people do.
Come on, you two. You want to hear about the exploits of Wonder Woman, don't you?
I certainly don't. Why not? You might grow up to be just like her someday. Who knows?
When I first read the show for Wonder Girl, to be honest with you, I think I was a little insecure. Oh my God, they want to have Wonder Girl too? Actors, what are you going to do? Anyway, there were a lot of screen tests done, and I did a lot of those screen tests with those girls. And Deborah was far and above the best one.
What do American women wear to these Hollywood parties? Steve told me to wear something slinky. Slinky? What's slinky?
It was always odd to know that, as I knew early on, that the woman who was appearing in all these other movies, who would become herself quite a famous actress, Deborah Winger, was Wonder Girl.
It was a lot of fun to play the older sister. I never had a younger sister myself, so it was kind of cool to have her in the cast.
Well, you were quite sure of yourself.
Absolutely. If there's one thing Ashley Norman knows about, it's a woman's mind and money.
We tried in the pilot of Wonder Woman to show the level of guest stars that we hope to have by making an outrageous deal with Cloris Leachman.
I named this island Paradise for an excellent reason. There are no men on it. Thus, it is free of their wars, their barbaric, masculine behavior.
She brought with her a cachet that when she did it, you had to watch her and pay attention to her, and you believed this madness.
In the first year, it was a very in thing to be guest starring on my show. Red Buttons being one of my favorites in the pilot. He played a Nazi / theatrical agent.
I could seldom walk in to a dinner party or a movie opening without having somebody come up and say, I really love Wonder Woman. Can you write me a heavy? We were very lucky with Charlie Fox, who composed the Wonder Woman theme and did the pilot for us.
All the world's waiting for you.
I thought nobody better than Charlie could capture the real wonderment of the show.
I think it had heroism in it. I think it was very much in keeping with the comic book. In her satin tights, fighting for our rights in the old red, white, and blue.
Graphics were a very important part of Wonder Woman.
Instead of having a kind of narration, they would put little captions like you'd see in a comic book saying later that day or at the airport or something like that, so that it sort of created the mood of a comic book.
Phil Norman, who did great movie titles and had worked for me with Charlie Fox on Love American Style. And Phil gave it a very distinctive, I think, very special look. Wonder Woman came along at a time in the 70s that was absolutely right. It was a time where the women's movement was hitting its stride, where feminism and that all that it was conveyed and was about was being listened to, was being studied, and was slowly, quietly exploding across the country.
It's all great to look at all this, trailblazer, pioneer, all that stuff. But the reality is, I would have done it for free. It was such a great opportunity for me. I was just going along, riding the top of the wave and thrilled that anything else came from it. And I think it's really, since Wonder Woman went off the air, that the appreciation for what that was has grown and continues to grow to this day.
For Linda to come along and do what she did in her way as Wonder Woman was record-breaking. It was a mind blower for a lot of people.
I think it really started when we got the first 13 from ABC. It's when I started to get all that attention, and you know, beware of what you wish for, because it was like being in a wind tunnel. It was really hold on to your hat time.
I wonder how she always knows when we need it the most.
Well, it could be feminine intuition.
Definitely did not think I would become an icon. I mean, it's kind of bizarre, actually, to think that Wonder Woman could be an icon, yes, but that I could be an icon, no.
Out of the big cities, we would get letters from women, from young girls, saying, I never thought I could have a life like that. And I've thought about going into the service, or writing to the FBI, or thinking that there are all these jobs out there and all those things that I could do with my life that I never thought were possible. I mean, to me, that was one of the most exciting things about the show.
The only thing Wonder Woman didn't have, and maybe they'll answer this in a movie, is she didn't have love in her life. She didn't have children. I would hope that that story would be told. And that's such a huge part of womanhood. And that's something we all have over Wonder Woman, is that.
Linda Carter has a near equal importance to the legend of Wonder Woman, a character that is 60 years old, as the creators. She personified it for the modern generation in a way that it'll never be forgotten. She embodied a superhero, unlike where there's multiple people that have played Superman and Batman over the years. There's really only one Wonder Woman to anybody's eyes.
I have to say Wonder Woman really shaped my life, and I really like her. I like Wonder Woman. I like to be Wonder Woman. You know, I got to play her, but I kind of like her as much as everybody else does, and I think she's an inspiration. And it was a blast.